Mody, that was a game where neither team could land the winning blow, and in the end, snuck home in the end. How do you feel in a game which could have gone either way to either team?
Yeah, I felt we controlled the second half completely. 2 minutes down, game was ours, ball in hand, open court, up 9. And we turned the ball over, gave Adelaide life to come back into it. Told our guys all the games up until the end of the season are going to be really tough. We're playing against teams who are fighting for everything. And the guy and the team that's fighting for everything just never backs down and never gives up. And credit to Adelaide, they didn't. Had last ball in hand to go and win the game.
Noticed this afternoon that Adelaide put a lot of effort into Derek Pardon and keeping him away from right underneath the basket. Like teams are starting to sort of get him outside the keyway and make it difficult for him to do what he does best. What sort of things are you doing at the moment with Derek to kind of counteract that, or is that helping other people get into your offense?
Every time you draw attention to one place, it means the blanket's going to be missing somewhere else. We played today versus a lot of traps, and the ball needs to fly, and we find the corners and find open shots. We did a few good things with this today, and like everything we can do, else we can do better.
Will, your team had 28 points from turnovers this afternoon and really capitalised on Adelaide's 23 turnovers, which I'm sure they won't be happy about. But that's something you obviously probably talked about as a team coming into this game, given last time you were here, that's exactly how you got your points production as well.
Yeah, I mean, we talk about it every game, forcing turnovers and getting out and running. I think that's where we're, one of the best in the league at that with the athletes that we have. But we also have athletes that can stay in front of people and force people to do what they don't want to do.
The last one for me, Mody. You've sort of reset your team since that break. What sort of things did you talk about in that lead up to that first game against the Perth Wildcats? We've now seen 2 really close games and wins, and as you said, you've got some opposition that's coming right at you now, being second on the ladder. What sort of things have you reset with the group?
I mean, we have a way of doing things. We didn't reinvent anything. We were fortunate to play our first game today with a full roster. So now it's about finding your role and your spot within this, getting comfortable with the rotations, finding the rotations that work. And the most important thing for me is you don't need to manage your minutes anymore as a player. You go all out every second you're on the floor. And I think we felt that for significant periods of this game, but not through 40 minutes, and that will be our goal for the next one.
Thank you, Mody. Thank you, Will.
Chris? Mody, I'm glad you mentioned that you played with a full squad. That was going to be my first question. You got Will back today. How much of a relief is it to have everyone available, and how much are you hoping now that you get to play the rest of the season with everybody?
True joy to see everyone and have everyone.
Like you touched on as well, I thought you controlled pretty much the whole game as well. I know the final margin of 2 points, it got a bit close at the end, but against a team playing for their lives, to be able to answer every challenge pretty much for the entire game, I think you would have been really happy with.
Yeah, I'm happy with the way we responded for significant parts. I also think this is part of our growth. These are kind of the games that we need to get through. These are the situations we need to learn from. This is the feedback sessions that we need to sit down and see when you use a foul, when you don't use a foul, when you bring the ball up, when you go for the kill score. That's the great opportunity to learn for a very new and young team. So these kind of circumstances don't show themselves all the time, and I'm happy that they show now because we're going to need it down the stretch.
And Will, how's the finger, first of all? Did you get through okay?
Yeah, I'd say I just got by, but no, it's pretty sore, but, it is what it is.
The good thing about your situation, Mody, is that you've only missed a couple of games with the injury, even though you've been out for 4 or 5 weeks. How good was it to get back on the court, even though it probably didn't feel that great?
The legs don't feel great at all. I was really grasping for air a lot of time I was out there, but to get on the court with these guys again with a full squad, it's pretty fun, and got a tough stretch ahead, so ready to do it some more. Yeah,
there's not much time to rest because now you go to Perth to play Tuesday, you go back to Christchurch to then play on Thursday. I guess as a player though, this is probably how you want things.
No, they won't practice.
No, we know how Mody's practices go, so this is we're actually pretty happy with the schedule coming up.
What are your thoughts now on Perth on Tuesday? What sort of response are you expecting from them once you get there on Tuesday night, Will?
I would say be a lot similar to when they played us at Spark. They're probably going to come in physical, and we kind of, if you look at the score, we kind of escaped that game, but they got some new additions to the team, so it's going to be a physical battle. Perth is always tough, so it's going to be good.
What are you expecting on Tuesday night, Mody?
Great basketball game against great competition. This is one of the most talented offensive teams in the league. They just added a great player. They had a game with him under the belt. They have a few practices to get ready. So good competition, good tough one.
Thank you very much.